this is what happens, okay? We go away and Heather says she's lip reading. There's still no sound. So Dave is trying to get it all sorted. Bear with us. Barbara says there's picture and there's no sound. Okay. So it looks like there's no sound with everybody. So wait a minute and we'll get sorted it. Molly's put, aha. Does that mean you can hear me now? Okay. Oh, Shirley says I'm back. Marianne says, yes, morning, there's sound. Okay, brilliant. I'm back on. Dave needs to remember what he's written. We have new systems here, everybody, so please bear with me. I'm so glad that you know what I'm like. Everybody says I have sound. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know that I am back. Well, let's start again. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Craft and Chat, Thursday, the 14th of April. I had to think then. Welcome. I'm Debbie Moore, if you've not seen these shows before, and I'm really excited to be here. I have just come back from about 8 or 10 days in the States, and yes, people have been asking me, have I got jet lag? I don't know what jet lag is. I think you get tired as the day goes by. At the moment I'm fine, but we'll see what happens at 8 o'clock. Dave will be getting me a coffee. Once I check, he's not allowed to leave and get me a drink until we make sure that everybody's okay. I've got loads more messages coming through. Camilla says, hi everybody from Ireland. You look like you really enjoyed yourself in Orlando, Debbie. And Dave, good to see you back. I am glad I'm back, and thank you. I've got so much going on. Dave's now, Jules says there's a bad echo. I think that might be the room. Hopefully the rest of you is saying it's okay. Can you please tell me before Dave goes and gets us a drink that everybody can hear me okay and there isn't any echoes anywhere? I have got Jenny saying hi. I've got Mandy. Well, loads of you. Jacqueline, Kim. Heather goes, come on, Dave. Yes, well, he's been on it, okay? So obviously we haven't used this system for a couple of weeks, so we're just trying to get it back up and running again. I have got Kay, I've got Linda, I've got Shirley. Apparently there's no echo now. It's all been sorted. So he can go and make me a drink. So he's off to go to the kitchen, because obviously, if you haven't heard, we're now based in Sudbury, which is about 4.5 hours from Darlington, from where we used to be. And I'm in this gorgeous new studio. When we have time, I'll show you how big it is. I'm going to be going from this section over to there for when I come to do some of the demonstrations. I've got loads of demos on for tonight's show. And I get to, it really is great because we don't have to set it up. Normally we don't have issues with sound, but obviously it's a new system because we've got multi-cameras to try and get really close at work, because I know last time people were asking to make sure it's closer. Now, the Craft and Chat TV shows are designed for you lovely ladies and gentlemen out there. Basically, it's all about you. And talking about you, because I've got this brand new studio, we are going to be doing brand new shows. At the moment, we've got one on a Thursday, every Thursday. We're going to start off our Monday Craft and Chats, and then eventually we'll be doing other shows during the week. And this is what the like and share for this week is. So the like and share for this week is to tell me what type of shows you'd like. Now, for example, I have an Art Deco show coming up in a couple of weeks, and I have a Ranger show using Tim Holtz products and Ranger products coming up as well. So think about what is your favorite product or brand. I mean, at Personal Impressions, we stock about 70 different brands, including Debbie Moore Designs. And so you will probably find a lot of our brands are available on our website, which is personalimpressions.com. Now, tonight, for example, I have got 5 different brands on tonight, or maybe 6, from Spellbinders to Sweet Dixie to Debbie Moore Designs. I've even got Graphic 45, some gorgeous papers on there. I've got some Versacolor. I've even got some Viscas. So I've got, actually that's more than 5 brands. You can see what I'm trying to say here. We've got plenty of brands. So I can see that people are sorting out it. Yes, Debbie, you can order issue 60 on there. A lot of people are telling me different things. Oh, Cheryl said it's her birthday tomorrow. Afternoon tea tomorrow and lots of cake. Oh, that sounds good. And Jules says the sounds good now. You know, Dave's quite handy to have around, okay, when it comes to all the IT side of things. And this is the thing about it, you know, with our craft and chat shows, I want it to be all about inspiration, ideas. Of course, if you want to buy the product, you can buy the product. But how many times do I tell you, lovely people out there, that you don't have to buy anything unless you want to? Now, you know, tonight's show, there is sales and there's some items that are limited. And you can first come, first serve when it comes to that. Jules says to say that everything's all okay now, Dave. So Dave's just come back. Don't forget to put like and share. Oh, Dee says, I also would like crafting ideas for the garden. Do you know what? We have got, remember me telling you, we've got Cadence coming very soon. Oh, look, I've got a coffee. Cheers, everybody. I have got a hot coffee in one of my favorite mugs. And it says, being creative is not a hobby, it's a way of life. How true is that? So I'm going to just put it there for a second so I don't knock it over. While I read some more messages. Mary says, I found your USB keys are the best. I can't go wrong with your products, like and share. Oh, Mary, bless you. That is so sweet of you. We're actually going to be adding some more USB keys to the Personal Impressions website. There was a glitch apparently, and not all our USB keys got loaded. So please bear with me. I know we've had some messages asking if we could have some more USB key designs. They'll be loaded up next week. I have got, Heather, have already liked and shared, but my favorite range is steampunk. Ooh, well, do you know what, Heather? There's some amazing embellishments in this warehouse. And when I say in this warehouse, there's actually two warehouses at Personal Impressions. We have over 33,000 products. I feel like a kid in a candy store. You can imagine it. So I'll make sure we put a steampunk show together as well. Carol says, hi, Debbi and Dave. Welcome back. Glad you're back. Oh, thank you. Suzanne says, I like Stamperia. Sweet Dixie. Debbi, more designs, like and share. Oh, thank you for that. There's loads of messages coming through. Marion says, hello, Debbi. Hope you had a good time away. I will not be able to stay for a whole time as I've got to go to church. We'll catch up with you later. Well, no problem, Marianne. This is the beauty about this, okay? You can watch it later, and we're actually going to be, hopefully, sorting out YouTube. We have some issues with YouTube because I know we've had some messages, so just bear with us. We still have some teething problems that we're working through, but you still will be able to watch it on catch up on our Facebook page, and you can watch it on Craft and Chat. Now, talking about Craft and Chat TV, because we're doing so many shows in the coming weeks and months, don't forget after the show to click even on the top right. You'll see it's a little button that says follow. And if you can follow or like or both of them, that will enable you to get notified whenever we're going to do live shows or videos, so you don't miss any of your favorite shows. Linda says gnomes for me. Oh, Linda, I need to tell you a secret. Well, I'll tell everybody a secret because I'm so bad when it comes to secrets. In a couple of weeks' time, we have some gnome stamps. Now, if anybody has bought the celebration gnomes or the gardening gnomes die set, they'll be able to be used independently or with those dies. So they'll be coming out in a few weeks' time. I've got loads of messages coming through. So Pearl says, hi, Debbi and Dave, found you at last. Now, don't forget, Pearl, after the show, click on the follow button on Craft and Chat so you'll get notified. Because this is a brand new venture for me. Yes, I will always be doing items on Debbi More Designs, but the Craft and Chat shows are under the Craft and Chat network channel, and that's why all the videos for Craft and Chat are now here. I will be doing videos for Debbi More Designs in the future, but the Craft and Chat shows will always be in this Facebook that you can see now. Kay says, I love to learn anything new, but a show using different inks will be fun. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll have to make sure I do that. And Brian says, I love all your art deco and craft designs, but I'm also a big fan of Tim Holtz's Big Shot Designs. Well, I will be putting Tim Holtz on the list of things to do. And I've got Jenny wants more art deco and gnomes. I've got Tracy would like 3D printing with 3D pen, please. 3D printing. Do you mean printing from the USB key, or is it a type of printing that you mean using like the scan and cut or something along those lines? Okay, right, I've got Beverly just joined us. Thank you. I don't suppose jet lag has kicked in yet. Can somebody tell me what a jet lag feels like? Because I don't know what, so I can know what I'm going to look at, what's going to happen. At the moment, I feel totally fine. Yesterday, I was so exhausted because we left on Tuesday but did not get back till Wednesday, and we had to stay up all day until the evening. So at this moment in time, I'm okay, but I will be honest, I am drinking a cup of coffee instead of a cup of tea, just in case. Right, okay, loads of more messages coming through. I have grown to love your downloads. They're so easy to use. Karen says, oh, thank you. Well, there'll actually be loads of downloads coming. Well, there's loads more going on, but also we have, don't forget, the secret code later on today's show, so make sure you get a pen and paper. Anita says, just managed to find you. Well, I'm so glad, and don't forget, after the show, click on follow or like on the Craft and Chat page. This is very important, okay, because all the shows for Craft and Chat will be under there. Okay, so if I missed anything, let me know. Jacqueline says the Stamperia paper pads are beautiful. They are, but so is Graphic 45. We have that on today's show. Okay, I've got Angela just joined and says, hi, good evening, Debbie and Deb, and our crafty crazy gang. Are we crazy tonight? We're going to have so much fun, that's for sure. Tina says, I PM'd my address for Winning Sundays Like and Share. Was that right, Debbie? Yes, Tina. Obviously, you have to appreciate I actually have only just got back officially today in the office, and then it's bank holiday for the next 4 days. Dave and I are actually working. We're actually emptying our warehouse, but next week one of the girls would have contacted you, and also Mackenzie won Mondays Like and Share from Orlando as well. So we'll, if they haven't already been in touch, they will be in touch. You've actually jumped, well, basically you organised ahead of time. So Jill would have contacted you, or Jessica, but you did the right thing, so don't worry. Okay, I have got more messages coming through. Everybody's liking the idea of gnome mugs. I've got Marsha joined us from Arizona. Got here late. What is the like and share? So Marsha, I was just saying to everybody that the Craft and Chat channel is going to do shows. We're going to start off, obviously, we're doing the Thursday Craft and Chat. We're going to do a Monday one. And then the idea is we're going to also do some others during the week. And what I'd like to do is design the shows for you wonderful people out there. So can you please tell me a theme or a brand you'd like to have the show, or what you can see? So everybody's putting different ones. Oh, Anita says, very tired and nodding off. Well, I don't think I'm looking like that at the moment. It might be a while until I actually get to that, especially if I have coffee. Mandy says, never suffered from jet lag, so can't help. Oh, well, maybe I don't. We'll just see what happens as the day goes by. I've got Anna just joined us. A tutorial on different inks will be a good idea. I don't know which to use for projects. Okay, Ruth. Well, Bella is actually on the case because we're going to be doing a show on, not all in one go, because there's a lot of inks out there. We'll probably split them into brands so people are aware the difference between Ranger and also VersaFine. The Distress inks and also the VersaFine. There is different resistant inks as well, so in all the different techniques, but we're going to put together a schedule so you know of the shows that are coming up. Tracy says 3D pen has a filament like plastic and you can draw or write with it. Okay, well, Tracy, I'll put it on the list and we'll see how we go. Alan says, hi, Debbie, how was America? Oh, Alan, it was amazing. So obviously, as a lot of you are aware, Debbie Moore Designs and Personal Impressions were amalgamated on the 1st of April. And you can imagine it was very hectic leading up. And then obviously what happened was the 1st of April was a Friday. We did our launch, remember, on the 31st of March, which we had some teething problems. And I thank you everybody for your patience. We ended up live streaming it 3 times instead of once, which caused confusion, but you know what it's like when you're starting something new and a brand new studio. And then we flew off to, actually we went to Miami because we flew into Miami on the 4th. I think we got there on the 5th. And then we were working for a few days. I had a couple of days off, relaxing, and then we were doing, attending the Creativation 2022 show in Orlando, which is the first trade show I have been to since 2020. Yes, get it right. And so it was really exciting. You know, if you haven't seen the live shows from there, you need to check it out. Later on, we did a live show on Monday, just gone, and we did a live show on Sunday. And I showed you some of the new products coming out from different brands. And we had some, actually some demonstrations done from a couple of people, and it's really fun to watch that, so make sure you do that. Okay, Molly says, Debbie, did you see what I said about your pages on PI? No, I haven't, but I'm sure Remind me. I think I might have missed that. So I'm just trying to go through everything to see where we are. Michelle's, bless her, she still has COVID and can't say properly to her daughter. Oh, bless you. Well, what you need to do is get a, what's it called? A FaceTime video and do it that way. Okay? Yeah, I know what you mean. You need to be safe. Alan wants some more penguins. Okay, I'll put that on the list. That's it. We haven't done party penguins for a while, so we should actually get that sorted out. Lynette says hi from North Carolina. Hi, Lynette. And so what we've got is, oh, Kim says, are you enjoying your new home? I have only been in my new home a few days. And at the moment, there's boxes everywhere. So I hopefully plan to actually get some time in there next week, because this weekend we're going back up to Darlington to actually empty the warehouse. There's so much going on. So, okay, I've got loads of messages. Yesterday was like Christmas. I got my February, March box, warehouse box, and my like and share gift. Thank you. Gatsby was in there too. Oh, bless you. Well, Gatsby, if anybody's waiting for the new collection, that is Gatsby Gardens. And that is actually going to be coming out. I think it's going to be processed at the beginning of next week. So for those people that pre-ordered the digital, you will actually get that email next week. For those people who want to know when the USB key out and the card making kit is, we have an Art Deco show planned, I think at the end of the month, but we'll sort out the schedule very soon. Well, there's loads of you on tonight. For anybody that's new, Philip's just remind me that you have to wait 15 minutes to message. So just bear with us while we go through everything. Molly says the pics are too small, not like DMD. Hard to see what you're selling. On the PI Facebook, do you mean? Maybe you mean the website. Website, Dave's nodding. Well, we'll look into that, Molly. Don't worry. You need to bear with us because we're actually going to get sorted. Angela says, did you get my gift I sent you? Yes, bless you. I did, thank you. It's gorgeous. I'm actually going to take a photo of it and get it sorted. At the moment, it's on my desk in Darlington office, so I don't forget it and I don't nobody actually damages it. So it's beautiful, Angela. Thank you ever so much. It was such a lovely gift to receive. Okay. Hillary says, have you left Darlington? Not yet. I still have to go back up there this weekend. I still got loads to do. And then probably we're hoping by the end of April, I would have moved completely. However, you know what these things take time. Emptying 13 years of Debbi Moore designs from the warehouse. The staff are now all sorted. Although Dave and I have moved down to Sudbury, there's still loads of things to sort out. Okay, I've got Sandra, oh bless you. Her husband's not feeling very well. He still has COVID. So far I'm stayed negative, so fingers crossed. Well, my thoughts and prayers are with everybody that's feeling a bit low. Hopefully I can make you smile a little bit. I know somebody sent me a message saying that they're going to watch me with jet lag. Well, let's just see how I am with coffee. Let me take a mouthful of this. And also my hyperness, I can't even say the word now. Happiness and hyperness. There you go. I've got Mackenzie saying, hi, Debbie and Dave, and all. Sorry I'm late. I thank you again for being a winner for the like and share on Monday. Congratulations. Mackenzie, do me a favor. After the show, will you private message the craft and chat, and we'll get your gift sent out next week. Okay. Where are we? I have got so many messages coming through. If I've missed anything, please just ask me and we'll get sorted out. Shelley says you and Dave will need another break after you get the warehouse and the home sorted. Yes, that's what weekends are called for. And you know what? I'm looking forward to the first weekend. I think it's the middle of May, when we actually have our first weekend off from moving and getting everything sorted. So that's not long to go. Right, everybody. So if anybody has any questions, remember, let me know. So just want to go through a couple of things. I did write a note. So we are obviously working through a new system. Debbi Moore Designs has been amalgamated into Personal Impressions. There's a couple of Debbi Moore Designs products, physical products that have been missed off. They're going to be sorted out next week, so bear with us on that. With regard to digital downloads, Debbi Moore Designs website has all those. So you'll never lose those. You can just pop over there and get your download. And that's the idea. So Debbi Moore Design's website will become a digital download website. And also they'll have inspiration on there. The Personal Impressions website, there is over 33,000 products. And I'm working with the IT team to actually update it, improve it, make it more consumer friendly, like my website is. However, it will take time. So please bear with us. So if you're actually wanting to know, if you're new to using Craft and Chat, about how these shows work, they're an interactive demonstration. And the idea behind them is I show you products, we're going to do demonstrations, you can see some samples behind me from the kits that I have on today's show. And it's a very easy process to order. If you wanted an item, so for example, the first item that we have on today's show, if I go and get it, it is a stencil. I do like these stencils. So the first stencil, I should say the first item, as you can see, what will happen is the banner will come up on your screen. And this first item is CC0049. And as you can see there, it'll tell you what it is and it tells you the price. And that is the price that you're going to pay. Now, obviously there's postage on top of that, and we work with minimum of postage. I think it's £3.10 or £3.80. I will just bear with me because obviously I've been away for about 9-10 days and I'm trying to remember everything, but that's the minimum postage. We work out from the weight of the products you ordered, and it's anywhere in the world. USA, I know we do Ireland now, okay, anywhere in the UK, just basically anywhere. We work out the best possible postage for you, and we're still working on improving that service. Jessica's on the case, okay, sorting it out as well in the coming weeks, so we'll improve it. So you can see we'll actually put in the actual structure on our website as well. When it comes to actually paying, okay, how it'll work is you put the comment into your inbox, or not inbox, your comment section. You would just put CC049. Also, just 1 second. Alan says, how do we stop subtitles? Now, I did remember this, Alan. Somebody told me last time and I can't remember. So come on, everybody. How do we stop subtitles? Iris says, how about humanized, in clothes and 2 feet, steampunk animals as a new range? Steampunk and animal. Oh, I just got it now. Oh, okay. And you put please. Do you know what, Iris? That is a really good idea. I like the idea of maybe doing some dogs and steampunk and some cats. Isn't that a good idea? I'm going to have to put that on the list. Kesha says, I can't find the live stream on YouTube anymore. Do you have a link in YouTube? I don't like watching on Facebook. Kesha, can you just bear with me a couple of weeks? Okay, this is a new system. We actually only found out 3 minutes before the show that it wasn't hooking up onto YouTube. That's the honest truth. We thought everything was connected for YouTube for tonight's show. We're hoping that everything will get sorted out for next week, so just bear with us. And there will be links, and we're actually going to be putting the actual videos from Monday and Sunday onto YouTube as well. So Dave's on that case next week, so please bear with me. What else have I missed when it comes to here? Barbara said you must be living out of boxes by now. We are still doing it, okay? It'll be sorted out. Debbie says, are you still going to be doing CDs or will it only be USB keys? At the moment, Debbie, it's going to be USB keys and digital downloads. Unfortunately, we're having issues, or I should say, the way the actual technology is moving, it's not many CDs that we are actually asked for. So USB keys are actually the same as a CD, but you'll find that as you change your computer, you can actually use them. And digital downloads, basically there's no storage, or I should say there's no actual physical item, and there's a download. So we're going with those two at the moment. And we're just trying to actually get more organized with everything. Right, okay. Alan says, I don't know how you do it all. You guys are amazing. Working full time, moving an office. Well, do you know what? Life's too short, okay? And you need to go for everything. And you know what I'm like. Everybody is aware of what's happened the last 2 years, from losing my mum to losing my grandfather. And obviously with what happened with Creating Craft and all the changes, this is an absolutely wonderful opportunity that Dave and I are so super excited. The main thing, well, I'm excited about everything, but the main thing is I get to do more videos, more shows. I get to interact with you lovely crafters out there and literally bring you more inspiration. And that is what I really love. So this opportunity is just so wonderful. Yeah, the moving. Yes, it's hectic. The boxes everywhere. But do you know what? I can do that, even if it's half an hour a night when I get home. But thank you for that. Where are we? Carol says, just had my fiance here. It was great. He has gone as he's hungry. Well, Carol, I am glad you now join us. Amanda says, oh yes, PI needs to be like your website. Yours was so much better. Oh, Amanda, thank you. Okay. And that's because Dave designed that my website. So Dave is now on the case. No pressure, by the way, Dave. Okay. To actually sort out personal impressions. But think about it this way. It took us a long time to design Debbi Moore website. You know, Manda, you are new to our crafting family. Okay, if you saw the website, oh my goodness, 3 years ago, that was really not as good as it was now, or is now, I should say. So when it comes to personal impressions website, we're working on that next week, and you'll see daily, well, maybe not daily, weekly changes, I should say. Okay, so going back to ordering, because I'm actually going from one thing to another, and I will read some of the comments. When it comes to ordering this first item, as I said here, as you can see, this fabulous die. Look at the price, everybody. It's our Sweet Dixie butterflies and flowers. And you've got, let me just open it up so you can see. Oops, sorry, Dave. I can get into it. These little. So you have got a lovely square 6x6. How gorgeous is that? So look at the price. So if you want this, it's CC0049. Just put it in your comments and that will be allocated to you. Now, today's show is a sale. Some items that we are limited. I will tell you as we go through it. So if you want that item, you can put that. Elizabeth says, can I order from the show when I catch up later? Yes, you can. Okay. The only thing I would say, Elizabeth, is I can't guarantee on the limited ones, like one item I know we've only got 20 of and another one we've only got 50 of. I can't guarantee it hasn't sold out, but you can of course order it. And also the other thing to remember is not everybody pays straight away, or they may change their mind. So I would order whatever you want and then we can allocate that product to you. So how it would work, okay, is when it comes to actually at the end of the show, I should say, it will finish tonight around 8:15ish if I stop talking too much. What will happen is the show is left open over the weekend because not everybody can watch it live on a Thursday night, and we understand that. So people can watch it on catch up and watch it over the weekend and still order. The show will actually be closed on Tuesday, or I should say it'll be closed on Monday night at midnight, and we'll put a reminder on just in case you missed it. And what will happen is the show will be processed and we'll work out where all the products are, and we'll send you an invoice either Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning. Now the invoices are sent from Personal Impressions. Now they may come from Jenny or they may come from Jessica. So just remember that. And what the idea at the moment, you can pay by card details or you can pay by backs. We are working on PayPal. Now remember, it's a work in process, so just bear with us. Or you can ring up and speak to Jill or Jenny, and you can pay over the phone. So they're the processes of how you can actually pay. Now remember, when you actually get your email, you can actually see what you've ordered. And if you want to change at the moment, what you need to do is contact us either by email or contact us by Facebook to say, actually, I want to change the product or I want to add something on. That is not a problem. We used to do that last year with Debbi Moore Designs until we got the new website. And then hopefully in the coming months, we'll be able to get it sorted so you can actually just add and delete on the invoice as we go. So hopefully that makes sense. So I can see people are already ordering this. And I've got, where are we? Lynn says, hi Debbi and Dave and family, sorry I'm late, excited for tonight. Hi Lynn, how are you doing? So if I missed any messages, oh, Tracy says, Dave, can you move the message at the bottom, please? It's moved. I think he's moved it. Anybody have any questions, let me know. If I've missed anything, I'm just reading back to see what I have. I have got Mary saying, hi, finally managed to find it. Now, Mary, after the show, do me a favor. If you've just managed to find us now, you need to make sure that after the show, you click on follow or like on the Craft and Chat Facebook. And that's very important. We'll put that on everything. Okay, so Philip has put, get rid of captions at the bottom of the screen, press CC and then click them off. Hopefully that makes sense, everybody. Yes, Mary, hopefully you just heard about me about PayPal. We're trying to get that sorted, so bear with us in the coming weeks. Okay, Camilla says, I got most of the items that had been returned to you over Christmas. My customs but I'm missing some of the items that I really wanted, probably out of stock, but glad I got what I did. Thank you. Right, Camilla, will you do me a favor? Would you please either send a message to Jill, okay, or check out on the Personal Impressions website to see what the items are, because I think Jill and Jessica put together what stock we had, and I think that's where the issue, but there's so many more stocks come in, and we can also sort it out. Like, loads of messages have been about how to take the captions up. Hopefully it'll get sorted out. Teresa says, in my clearance box I had a kit that said it had a forever code. I couldn't find it. Does that mean that it doesn't apply to clearance items? Teresa, no. If I haven't got a kit with me, so say for example this one. No, yeah, so say you've got a kit, and if it says with forever code on the front cover, then it should have a forever code. If it doesn't say with forever code, then it's just a normal card making kit, and then it doesn't come with a forever code. If you're not too sure, sorry everybody, I dropped my mic. Am I back there? I'm going to put that back in my pocket. I'm sorry. Honestly, technology and me doesn't work. So can you all still hear me? That's hilarious. Okay. Where are we? Sorry if this has been asked. Are you stating Debbi more designs on products or PI? I don't understand that. Are you starting Debbi more designs on products or PI? I'm not understand, Alan, I don't understand what the question is unless I've missed it. So just to recap, Debbi More Designs is amalgamated into Personal Impressions. So we are part of Personal Impressions, if that makes any sense. So the Personal Impressions website, which is www.personalimpressions.com, has over 70 brands available for all of you wonderful people out there. And one of them is Debbi More Designs. However, we have a website, or I should say Debbi More Designs has a website for digital downloads. So if it's a digital download that you're after, you would actually go over to debbimoredesigns.com. Hopefully that makes sense. But if I haven't cleared it up, please private messages, and Jessica or Jill and Zoe will be on the case and answer any questions that I haven't had a chance to go through. Hopefully it'll get sorted out. Right, okay. Violet says, hi Debbie Dave and crafting family. Had a job connecting with you again. I have the following ticked, but still could not get on till now. So if you could tell me or email me, as it's annoying. Violet, that is annoying. I don't know. We'll have to look into that and see what happened. And Karen's put, is Debbi More Designs finished? Has it swapped to Personal Impressions? The website, so physical products. So if you went on to Debbi More Designs, actually, here's an example. If you went onto Debbi More Designs website and clicked on products and clicked into product category, it will automatically take you to Personal Impressions website, because that's where all the physical products are. So, but then if you went to Debbi More Designs and clicked on digital downloads, all the downloads are over there. Hopefully that makes sense, that makes sense for everything. Okay. The like and share, Sharon, is to tell me, okay, what show you would like to see. So for example, people have been asking me to do an Art Deco show, a steampunk show. Some people have asked me to do an ink show, a ranger show. So because we're going to be doing more craft and chat shows in the coming months, weeks and months, I want to do some ideas. We then put a schedule together, so then you can actually see what's coming up. Hopefully I've answered a lot of questions. I can see I've got Janet joined us from North Carolina, and I've got Rosina from Devon. Have you got a bigger desk? Yes, Michelle, I have a massive counter. It's great. It's a proper counter. So it actually moves. I'm not going to move it because I'll probably fall off this bench as well. Right, okay. Carol says, this is better without the message. Thank you. I've got loads more messages coming through. I'm sure I'm trying to read them as quickly as possible. Oh, Sandra's put a memory book show. Do you know what? I am going to do that. I'm actually got a new memory book show. Dave came up with the idea, a gnome one. So we're going to be doing that as well. Don't worry if anybody's late. We're just about to start. I think, Mayor, I'm actually going to be doing some stamping and we're going to get sorted out now. Sandra says, I think they mean, are you keeping your name on the products that are yours? Yes, yes, of course. Have I got a Debbi More product on tonight? Yes, I have, on tonight's show. Anything that is designed by Debbi More Designs, of course, okay? But I will be taking over the designing of Sweet Dixie and overseeing that brand as well. And also we have the Life Quote brand, I'll be overseeing it. But then all the other brands, we're working with suppliers like Graphic 45, Stamperia, Cadence. So I get to chance to play with so many other brands out there and bringing you, you know, brand new launches before anybody else. So I'm really excited. So talking of that, let's get started. I think I've answered everything. Oh, Mary says, I'm still waiting for your memory book kit from CNC back in December. Okay, all those orders did go out, Mary. I'm not too sure what happened. You may have to contact Create and Craft and see where we are with everything. Okay, right, so that was the first item. So we're going to get the show started. And I will tell you when there's limited stock. And I will try to read and multitask, okay? But bear with me. And if there's a message that you have queries for, remember, private message after the show. And Zoe, Jessica, and Jill will pick them up, okay? And the other thing to remember is we can, you can contact Personal Impressions, you can contact Jenny, and she will have any queries. And you can even contact Jill if you've got Jill's details as well. We're all working together to provide the super service that you are used to with Debbi Moore Designs. And we're going to transfer all that super service to Personal Impressions. But you're just going to have to bear with me while I get all organized. Right, let's get started. So that was the first item, which was super great. So this is CC0049, and it is a 6x6 fabulous stencil. I mean, £3, everybody. It is just amazing. Can you imagine how that will emboss? So you've got the actual butterflies in the corners and you've got the flowers. For £3, it's 6x6. You can use it for inks. You can also use it for embossing. And the beauty about it is you can add, if you get the double sticky sheets, you can use it with your glitter as well. Philip says, are we going to see more guests from Personal Impressions? Yes, we're going to do more guests like we had guests on at the weekend. We're going to do loads more. Right, okay, I am just going to have a mouthful of coffee. Lynn, I'm bringing out Art Deco. I think in a couple of weeks' time or next week, I'll put it all out. Linda May, watercolouring technique is a great one. Bella's got that on a list of things to do. Liz, we're just starting. So I've just done CC049. Should I say 49. Brilliant stencil. And now we've got, I love this next item coming up. Molly says, how do you emboss a stencil? Oh, I really need to show you that, don't I? Right, what time is it? Right, let's do it. Okay, Molly, this is it. Now, there is a YouTube video on Debbi Moore Designs. We will be putting it on Personal Impressions website. So, just very quickly. Now, this is just, I need a piece of card. This is what happens when I just change my demos halfway through. So, talk amongst you while I just get a piece of card. I need a piece of card. There we go. So everybody, sorry. So I haven't got any mirror cards, so hopefully this will pick up. So what you need to do is make sure you have the right size. Okay. Let me just do that. So all I'm doing is trimming this down to fit that size. Hi Dawn, is this the same as your Facebook shows? Yes, it is. So basically, because we have such a massive, everybody's wanting me to do more shows. Obviously, we've been doing Craft and Chat for the last 2 years on Debbi Moore Designs. We decided that we should do a show, or should say a channel called Craft and Chat, so we can bring you more and more. Right, so what I've done is this. I'm just using, what am I using? A Cry-Cut cutter book, but just use any die cut machine. Now, the thing to remember is a shim. So if you don't have a shim, you can use just some pieces of card. You can also use some foams, like the funky foam it's called. Okay, but best of all, you should follow the guidance of your die cut machine. I've got a piece of card, and then I'm also putting my stencil on top. This normally works out better if you use metallic, but I haven't got metallic card to hand. So I'm just using white, put it on there, and then put it through my die cut machine. And hopefully it's going to come up really clear, even on white card. And then you lift up. Oh, look at that. So it's embossed really beautifully, okay? And you can turn, oh, look at that one. Can you see that? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous, okay? So that for £3. Can you if you do wedding cards, that will look amazing, special cards, okay? And then you can rub ink onto it, you can do so much with it. Oh, Philip says a mouse mat will work as well. Definitely, you can use that as well. Who said? Alan says you need to do your own cutting machine. It's on my list. And Shelley says it needs to be pink. Definitely. Okay. So that's how easy, Molly, it is to do embossing. Put it through your die cut machine. Oops, I need that for the next demo. And it looks amazing. And I use them to create my own posh, or I should say, really amazing front covers of my greeting cards. So for £3, it is amazing. So let's put that code up again. So if you missed that, that is CC0049, and it's a Sweet Dixie embossing stencil. So it means that you can actually use it with your inks as well. Amanda says, wow, can't wait to try this on my first ever die cut machine. Oh, mouse mat, lol. Yes, definitely. So this creates loads of different finishes. So you can see, hopefully on there, the detail that you get. You can have it that way, or you can have it that way, whichever way you want it. Julie says, what is the machine you are using there? I was using a Cricut Cutterbug, and I'm in the middle, and then later on the show I'm going to use a Platinum. I've just got a couple because obviously I like to test them on different things. So Molly, you can do that technique with any stencil. There's nothing special. The thing is, not everybody is aware that stencils can be used different ways. They can use for inks, you can use them with spritzers, but you can also use them, okay, for embossing. And that's one of the things I tend to do more than anything. And yes, you can use, Jules, you can do it with all stencils, okay? So that is CC0049. So we're going to move on to the next item. This is a must, everybody. If you, like me, love your vintage. So you are going to get 15 meters, or not meters, yards even, okay? Oh, Dave's written it down. 13.72. I would not have known that. Okay. And as you can see, you've got that. So Susan says, hi, Debbie and Dave. Jill sorted out my order. Thank you. Your stuff are fab. Oh, Susan, I'm so glad. Okay, don't forget we had Jessica. We have also Zoe, Jill, and then Jenny. They're all the admin staff that you may come across, as well as myself. But then the team is grown, okay? As you know, all the staff have been amalgamated into Debbi Mo Designs, but we also have new staff that I'm working with as well. So it's really exciting to be bringing you all these new products. So this next item, I'm in love. These are 15 yards or 13.72 meters of 2 reels. You've got this lovely Hessian type. I don't know if I can line it up here. Look at that. Can you see the detail on that? So you can actually cut that. Jenny says, yes, you can order CC0049. So look at this. £4.50, everybody. You're going to get 2 reels. This one, which is that one. And the beauty about this is you can actually strip it, or should say you can actually cut it to make it thinner, and you can do different wets of this. And then look at this one. I love this one. And with it being this type of fabric, you can actually use your distress inks and change the color. You can add a touch of different colors. So this is CC0050. Okay, it really is a fabulous range. The like and share, Janice, is to tell me what shows you'd like to see. We're going to be doing more more craft and chat shows over the coming weeks and months, and I'd like to do shows that everybody wants. So for example, if you want a Ranger show, or you would like to do, oh, somebody said they want steampunk shows, so just let me know what you'd like to do. So that is this one here. So this is CC0050, okay, and I'll be using this in today's demo. Now don't forget, I should say, to get yourself a piece of paper and also a pencil and some scissors, because I'm going to share with you in about 10 minutes or so a special technique, maybe 15 minutes, on one of the dimensional cards that I love. Okay, so that is CC0050. The next one is a USB key. Now this, people might have seen it, but I woke up this morning and thought, oh my goodness, the day is just so beautiful down here. If I just put that to one side, Colin says, I love the second, real pity we can't have 2 of those. Look at the price, honestly. when you think about the actual Colleen, the price is $4.50 for those 2 reels. We can't split them, and I think we only have maybe about 60 of those. Jenny says, I want to learn everything. I love watching demos. I find it fascinating. Well, that is brilliant. Okay, so this next one here, okay, it is over 1,900 printable elements. It's our Summer Delights USB key. Normally $24.99. It's $12.95. Okay, everybody, and you are going to get the actual summer days and the summer retreat, and it's just fab. Let me just show you. If you haven't got it before, you need to get it, because look at what the imagery that you're going to get. You're going to get all these. If you saw some of the cards on the back, these were created from that. So that is a standard, actually this is like a tent card, but also it is like an easel, a standard easel. Then we have lovely summery colours, add some lace in there, add some vintage. This is CC0051. Sandra says, I was looking at Summer Delights this afternoon. It is gorgeous. These ones are summer days, okay, so just check, make sure that it's the right one. It looks like a couple of you were looking at it. Shelley says, a few weeks ago I ordered 2 of your boxes filled with sorts of everything. I tried to pay, I couldn't let me pay, and when I phoned I was told that's finished, but ordered before it finished. Shirley, will you do me a favour? Will you private message us after the show, and I'm sure we'll get one sorted for you, okay, and get it sent out, okay, so don't worry about that. So as you can see, it's all about seaside, so the summer days. How cool is that? I want to just go to that beach and fly that kite. And then as I go, I've got Pauline just joined us, says way late, so I'll catch up when I can. Well, definitely need to. So this is where we're at, is CC0051. Envelopes. How pretty are these envelopes, everybody? Make your own envelopes, because you can just print everything off. You can do really fun cards, dimension. Because it has a hint of vintage, it just adds some lace and buttons, and that's the trick. When it comes to actually designing your cards, always have layers. Start with the base, the background, and then choose the colours to bring through. So you can see we just brought that strip that brings this out, and then we've just added some more of that lovely colour palette. And talking of the green and pink, how cool is this? So a lovely caravan. I don't know if anybody's off to the caravan for Easter. Oh, Lorraine says, I've not received an invoice from the 24th of March. Okay, Lorraine, private message me after the show, or what? Jessica, obviously it's bank holiday. Jessica will get it sorted on Tuesday, Jessica and Zoe, but I'm going to quickly make a note of that as well. If you are missing any invoices, because we do the invoices quite, we've got it organized now, but if you're missing any, can you please private message which ones you are, and we'll get that resent for you. Okay, so, well, wait, so that is the 24th of March. We'll get that sorted. Pauline says, find it difficult to get nice lace nowadays. Well, we'll be doing a vintage show coming up, and it'll be having lace on there. So we've got, obviously, Father's Day is around the corner. I think June, is it June the 19th or something like that? So you could do Grandfather Day as well as Father Day. How about doing a standard easel in a bunting size, shape even? How cool is that? Okay, so we've got a lovely little shape of bunting that we've made it into a standard easel. So this is CC0051, and as you can see, really fun range for you to have, okay? And I'll be doing a quick demo with that in a second. So I just want to go through the next item, everybody. So the next item is Spellbinders. Okay, so you know the quality you're getting with Spellbinders. So this one is the vintage lace motif. 5, you can see you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at the metal that you're going to get on here. And what I like about it is you've got the obviously circle ones, you've also got the long ones types, and as you go through it you can see the different ones. Look at the price for this, okay? Normally $13.98, it's $9.95. Okay, so if I missed any messages, please let me know. Alan says, can you do an optical collection, maybe specs and optician tools, maybe like the chart? That's a good idea. I'll put it on the date. Oh, and Mary's confirmed that Father's Day is the 19th of June. That is brilliant. So as you can see on there, I have got the different shapes on here. I've got a message that Mag says, Jessica is sorting an order I paid and not received. Well, she'll be on it. Don't worry, everybody. We'll get it all sorted if anybody is missing anything. So this is done by Sue Wilson Designs. And as you can see, you're going to get 5 dies on here. And it's CC052. So if you want this, put it in. And as you can see, it is normally $13.98 and it is $9.95. Molly says, are you going to be doing anything for the Jubilee? Yes, we're just going to get that, sorting that out, okay? So don't worry about that. So Donna says, Personal Precious has loads of lace. Look up Oak Tree products. That is so true. Thank you, Donna, for that. So just check out the website. You'll find all the products on there. So that one is the Spellbinders. If you like Marianne Designs, now this is a 2-for-1, everybody. So this next item, move that to one side. It is, you are going to get, if I open it up, you're going to get an embossing folder and you're also going to get a die. But look at the price, everybody. So this is CC0053. Really fun collection. So you've actually got the die shape of the leaf. And this is great to put on the edges. And you can see that you can actually get the same design with the embossing folder. So normally this price, it is, where is it? It is £9.74. It is £6.95. So let me just show you some samples. So this is to show you, hopefully you can see, look at that. So that's embossed beautifully. So you've got that embossing, okay? And then you've also got what the die cut is. So this is, so if I turn that over, let's get a piece of card. There we go. So you can see how fragile and the detail that you're going to get on there. I've done it on that lovely little, this is off the USB key that I have. So this is CC053, everybody. And this is actually, you can also use the negative, and then you can use it for using your inks, and you can create your own stencil effect. Right, okay, messages coming through. Camilla says, is Summer Delights available as a download? It probably is. Yes, we can check that out. I've got Danuka just joined us from Poland. And also, Nicola says, sorry she's late, she's after being ill. Oh, well, I hope you're feeling a little bit better, Nicola, and hopefully I can cheer you up a little bit. So yes, Summer Delights is probably available as a digital download. If you want it, click that you want it and we'll get it sorted for you. So that one, everybody, is CC0053, and it is a great collection to have because it's such, you've got the 3D option. So remember, you can actually use it for embossing, you can actually use it for your die cutting, and you can create a stencil from the negative. And yeah, Janice, you can order CC0053. Mary said, can make it into a bookmark. That's a really good idea. Manda says, what's the best GSM to emboss? Well, this one here is about 200 GSM. You can check, we do loads of different card stock on Personal Impressions, okay, packs of 10, and that's what I've used on here. But I have gone up to 300 with some things as well. And I'm going to put that to one side. And then what we're going to do, where am I with my demos? So I'm now going to do a quick demo. So let's move to one side. Let me get my items. Now remember, if you have got a piece of paper and also a pen or a pencil, we get that sorted out, I can go through it all. Right, so we're going to do a quick demo. I want to show you how to create. I am using, we'll put the USB key back up, and I'm going to be using these pieces from that Elements that we use. Okay, so have you seen the shake card before? So you've got, it goes the other way. This is great for Father's Day or grandfather or happy retirement. So it goes like so. So I want to show you how easy it is to create this, okay? Now, what I've done is the USB key, we've printed it off. That, remember I told you about that printable card that we do? Well, the card that we do is also printable. And we printed it off on the cards. It's thin cards that will go through most printers. And as I said, this is from the USB key. Where's it gone? It's hiding. I did have it. This was all nice and organized, and I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, it's on the other side. So that is the USB key. I printed it off from the, which one's this one? Summer Retreat. So this is the Summer Retreat. So remember, on this USB key, you get two collections. You get Summer Days and Summer Retreat, which is why you get 1900 printable elements. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to one side and show you where we are with everything. Now get yourself a piece of paper. I'm going to do it on card, but if I explain where we are with everything. Also, I printed off the paper, so I just want to show you this. My printer prints with a white edge, so all you need to do is trim it down, so that's what I've done on there. Or you can leave it as it is and leave the edging on. So this is printed directly from the USB key, and you can see how I've used it. So this is CC0051. So I'm going to put that to one side. Now how you create this is you literally start off with, if I rotate this, you can see it's got a lip here. So it's made out of 2 pieces of card. So I've got 2 pieces of card. You can use paper if you want. I'm going to be doing it as we go. And then what I'm using is I'm using a paper trimmer. So to start off with, you need to trim it, everybody, 20 centimeters. So if I show you this piece of paper, you can see I've already trimmed it down, my paper, to be 20 centimeters in height. Okay, I mean, it doesn't have to be, I just like it more square. That's why I've just trimmed it off like that. Then you need to use, I'm using a paper trimmer. And then what I'm going to do, everybody, is I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. So I'm taking my paper trimmer. Now, for those people that work in inches, you're going to have to also bear with me because it's something that I'm learning on how to do that. So the first thing that you need to do, okay, is, where's my list? Get my 2 sheets. Firstly is, for this back bit, everybody, all I'm doing, as you can see, okay, is, if I hold this way, you can see that this is made up of that. Okay, can you see that? So that is made up of, so you actually divide it by 3. So this is 29. So let's do the maths. Dave can help me with maths. So it's about, I'm just going to divide it by 10. I'm going to do 2 at 10 and 1 at 9. Should I do 1 at 9? Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So all I'm going to do is one of them is going to be 10 centimeters, which is going to be here. And I am just going to score down here, like so. Then the other one's going to be at 20, like so. So hopefully everybody understands that. So that creates this effect. Doesn't matter that it's a little bit that way. So basically what I'm doing is that effect there. So then what I'm going to do, okay, is this bit here. So if I turn this over, I don't know if you can see. So this bit here has got a little bit more. So all I've done, this bit's 20 centimeters, and all I'm doing is 20 by 20. So if I then just do this, so there's that bit. Okay, everybody, and this is going to stick onto there. So can you see what I'm going to end up with? Now, obviously this has a diagonal, but before I do that, I stick it together. So all I'm going to do is stick, so just to recap, that is now 20 by 20. I've left that like that. And I've just put, all I've done on here is, I've actually just, oh, a minute, fold the right way. There we go. So then what I've got is this here, and it's scored at 10 centimeters and 20. So you'll end up with 10, 10 and 29, 9 point something. Hopefully that makes sense for everybody. And then I'm just using some Aileen's glue. So I don't know if anybody bought it a couple of weeks ago. I mean, for £2.80, I think it was £2.85. You cannot go wrong, everybody. So I'm just putting the glue on, like so. Okay, and this is where, so all you need to do, everybody, so you end up with this, and then all I'm doing, can you see, is going from this angle all the way down to here. So all I want to do is line that up like so, and I'm going to go down about there. There we go. So you can only go so far. So let's have this like so. And then, can you see that, everybody? That is how you create that. Hopefully that all makes sense. Right, okay. I've used a paper trimmer, and we do have them in stock if you haven't got them. So all I've done, everybody, is you could do it further down if you want to, and I've just done it that way. And that creates this shape. And here's what we ended up with. Okay, so there you've got the shape, and we've just decorated it. And I'm just going to add some elements from the sheet that I've just showed you, okay, to finish off. If I have any questions, please let me know. Oh, Dave's put up the tacky glue. What type of glue was that didn't look like 3-in-1? Oh, this is tacky glue. Dave's put it up, everybody. It's CC025. We had this glue on a little while ago. This is my new glue. I mean, there's nothing wrong with 3-in-1, okay? But Aileen's glue is £2.78. How fabulous is that price? And the trick is, because I know a lot of people were telling me about it, when you actually cut the top off, you pierce it. You don't cut the top off, you pierce it. So when it comes out, where's that scrap piece of paper? Oh, Karen said you can use the off cup to make a mini card. Very true. So when you actually use this glue, everybody, be careful when you put it out. You don't want to put a big blob. You want thin. Can you see? And this is something that everybody needs to bear in mind, okay? Michelle, is the USB key on digital? No, it isn't. The only thing on digital is the individual items. The USB key is a double USB key, Michelle. So going back to the glue, everybody, the tacky glue, what a lot of people are having issues with squeezing the 3-in-1 glue, so this is much easier to squeeze, and also it's obviously a better price at £2.78. But the other thing to remember is the flexibility on this. So it's CC0025. You can't go wrong for £2.78. Okay, so going back to this, so this is summer this is summer retreat. So always put I've lost my scissors, where did it go? I always actually fix and cut from the back, so I'm just finishing decorating, so I've put that one on there. Then I have cut out, what have I done with all my pieces? I've lost my fish. I had a fish and it's flown away. I know, Dave's laughing at me because I said flown away. It swam away. I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, do you know what? You don't need to see me sticking a fish on. I don't know what I've done with it. But you get the whole idea, everybody. So all you need to do is add the elements. And the other thing is, these sheets are great because if you decide that you want to cut out another ribbon strip, you can. And you can literally just cut out your tabs. And you can personalize each one. So you can see how easy this is coming together. I did have some fish that I wanted to put around here, but I don't know where. Oh, there it is. I did find it. So I'm going to have the fish on there, and I'll put this on. It says, put your feet up. So for Father's Day, I've made this lovely little card. Now, also on the tabs, it isn't just for Dad. You've got Uncle, you've got Brother-in-law, and you've got the step as well. Or you can just do a general one. And it's a really good sheet. So this is from our, which one's this one? Summer Retreat. Now, it's from the USB key that has both collections, normally $24.99, and it is half price. So let's get some foam pads. Now, I would be lost without my pricking tool. Okay, so the idea with foam pads, everybody. So everybody asks me, how do you know what foam pads to have? Well, use which ones you like. I tend to like these ones. So these ones are almost like a long strip. So they are great for if you're doing shaker cards. And I tend to use the long ones when it is something like this. So you don't have to cut them down. So it's a good size. So this is going to just go on here. Actually, I'm going to put it on there to bring in the green. And then I have the fish that is going to come off here. Let's put a fish on there. And then have that on a corner. And then another top tip is always use a pricking tool away. Can you see how it's just taking it off? Push and away, and there, stay on there. You can put those in the bin. And then to pick this up, use your finger, lift it up, rotate it, and you can actually position that down. So you can then finish. I'm going to put some of the Hessian. Okay, will you still be stocking 3-in-1 glue? I don't know how I'll live without it if not. And we will, but at the moment, okay, we can't get it. So we will, hopefully eventually will, but it might be some time till we actually get it in again. So then I've got this lovely Do you remember the item that I showed you earlier? Okay, it is CC0053, which was the die set and the embossing folder. Okay, for only £6.95. So what I've done is I've die cut, and I want to, oops, I've lifted him there. Let's move him out. I actually want to have that just coming off the corner there. And because of how the length it is, I just want to stick certain areas on. This is what's really good. With the Tacky Glue, Aileen's Tacky Glue, you can actually put a little bit at a time. And this is what's different with the 3-in-1 glue. Sometimes with the 3-in-1 glue, you get strips of line out. So this is a little bit more pliable, everybody. Okay, so you can actually get different mediums. So this is why we're using this one. So as you can see, I am just literally using it like so to give you that option. And then this is Aileen's glue. So remember we used it a couple of weeks ago, actually maybe even last month. And I think it's CC0025. There we go. Dave put it up for £2.78. So as you can see with the layering, it's coming together. And it really is a lovely die, this one. So I'm actually going to bring this in just along there, just to add dimension to this. Now remember, all you need to do is simply put a little bit of glue. Now remember, when you get the actual glue, don't cut the top off, otherwise what will happen is you'll get a larger nozzle. You want a fine nozzle to give you more detail. And this is what you're going to get with this. So all I'm doing is having that around there, just to give you a little bit of dimension, so you have that option. And then I'm going to put the fish just there. And it's a very quick card, everybody, using that dimension. So obviously you didn't need to see me stick in all the main elements. So the main elements are from the USB key, which is, where are we? It is CC0051, and I printed off all the elements and I showed you how easy it was to create that shape. So don't forget to let me know how that shape goes on and how you get on with it. Now remember, it fits into an envelope, 8x8 envelope, because you've trimmed it down. So have a go at that. Let's put that to one side. So the next item, where are we? Kaya says, where is she? Aileen's Tacky Glue also comes in a clear version. I use both. Yes, so you've got different ones. The ones that we had on is this one, and we had it on a few weeks ago, and that's what I've used. How many mils are in the glue bottle? Oh, mils. Sorry, Hilary, I misread that. There's 118 ml, 4 fluid ounces in it. And it's a big bottle. Look how big it is for £2.78. Hopefully that helps. Okay, so I'm going to put that to one side. Sandra says, lovely card, your demos are great. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Just wait till you see what's coming up next. So the next one is CC0054. And this is just a quick one because people have been asking me for some paper pads. Now this is quite good, from Graphic 45. And this is basically patterns and solids. And it's almost like it's a masculine pad with a twist, because it's about the races and it's got a vintage feel. And it's normally, if you have a look at this, it is normally £10.25 and we have it at £5.95. It is double-sided, everybody. So you are going to get, look what you're going to get, 36 sheets, 12 patterns, solid and also plains. And look, you have got beautiful colorways. So you've got that one. As you go through it, you can see you've got the 2 tones. So you've got the options on there. It's a great staple to have in your crafty stash, especially at that price. So just pop it into your comment box if you want it, which is CC0054, and it's a Graphic 45. Look, isn't that gorgeous? I love the vintage ones. Hopefully they're picking it up better. Dave set up the camera. I like that one. Isn't that nice one with the racing? Jenny says, I have some members credits, but I don't know how to use them, Jenny. Jenny, just private message and Jessica will get onto it and explain how it goes. And as I go through it all, you can see that you have the options. Michelle says, does the USB come in digital? No, Michelle, because it's 2 collections on the USB key. Okay. The gram for this Philip is, well, it's probably staring me in the face and I can't even see it, what it says about grams. I can't even see it. Normally it does, doesn't it? Right, let's have a feel. It's about 200 GSM, I would say. Okay. And obviously it's acid and ligament free. And I can't believe it's not on here. But trust me, really good. It's actually more of a card weight than a paper. I know we've called it a paper pack, but it really is more of a card option, and it is about 200 GSM. And don't forget, you have got that matte finish. So if you want that, just simply put CC0054. And that will give you the option to have that. Do you carry a line of printed tissue paper? Do you mean rice paper, or do you mean tissue paper to be printed on, Karen? Which one do you mean? Okay, so the next item we're going to have a look at is some embossing ink and a general crystal clear embossing powder. Now I'm going to be doing some embossing in a second, everybody, and we're going to go through that in a second with some stamps. Shirley says, help where or how do I send a private message to? Okay, Shirley, you can actually put it in this feed and Jessica will pick it up. And then that's what we'll do. Sharon says, I use my membership credits on some digital downloads. I'm really pleased with them. Brilliant. That's great to know. Okay, I can read, I'm multitasking with all your messages. If I have missed anything, don't worry, the girls will get onto it next week. So going back to this, you are going to get 4 colors. Now these are the VersaCraft, and we've got a VersaColor. So you've got 4 colors, and this number here is CC0055. Okay, normally £9.25, and we've got it on promotion with £7.96. So you're going to get those 4 colors, and then you're actually going to get a crystal clear embossing powder. And I'm going to be showing you some top tips on how to emboss. Now the beauty about this is, although they're small, they'll last just as well as having a larger pad, and it's a great starting point because you've got almost like floral colors. Now I'll be showing you in a second why I picked those, because we're going to be doing some embossing soon. So if you want that, you can put CC0055, yeah, or printed tissue paper for decoupage use. So Karen, does that mean rice paper? There's loads of rice paper. You can use rice paper for decoupage. Do you mean the decoupage onto furniture? Because that's what we tend to do, rice paper. I think that's what you mean. Alan says, what colour is the VersaColor, please? Okay, so we have peony purple. We have, let me just do it this way. So we have emerald. Then we also have cinnamon. And then, of course, you know, I'm going to go for pink. So we have cherry pink. And then you've got those 4, and you have the crystal clear embossing powder, and we're going to sort that out. Okay, so I'm going to put that to one side, and I'll come to it in a second. So the next item that I need to share with you is the Sweet Dixie stamp sheet, which is just amazing. Normally £9.50, and we have it on offer at £6.95. I mean, look how many stamps you've got on there. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 22, I think I've counted. So there's 22 stamps, and you've got have a wonderful day, happy birthday, feel better soon, you mean the world to me, happy anniversary, thanks for everything, with love, dare to dream, have a fabulous birthday, congratulations, you're amazing, it's your birthday, sending hugs, just because I love you, you did it, special wishes, missing you, special friends, sending lots of love, hugs and kisses, sending you a hug and a smile, praying for you. How lovely is that stamp sheet, everybody? It is CC056. We're going to be using it. Okay. Karen said, printed tissue for decoupage use on cardstock. Karen, I think you just need to private message because I'm still confused. And I'm not too sure. So printed tissue paper for decoupage use on cardstock. I don't really understand what you mean. I can tell you that we do printed rice paper with loads of different designs. We also do white tissue paper, so you can print the design onto the tissue paper, and we do loads of decoupage on different cardstocks. Okay, going back to these stamps, 22 stamps, really gorgeous size. I'm going to be doing Have a Wonderful Day in a second. For only £6.95, it is a must, everybody. It is just a gorgeous stamp set. So now you can understand why I've got the embossing powders on. I'm going to do that in a second, but that's coming to the next demo. So I'm just going to go on and go to the next one, which is CC0057. Okay, everybody. So this one is a Spellbinder item. I mean, it's a silly price to what it used to be. So this is a stamp. Fabulous stamp, so it's already mounted so you can see, and it has the die itself and it has the leaf. So this one here was normally $25.34 and it's on offer at $9.95. So this is great for journaling, for scrapbooking. It's really a cute, adorable set. And as you can see on here, you've also got this leaf. I've used this in the next demo that's coming up. And simply, Shirley, by the way, you've just put COCO. So I'm not too sure what that means. Actually, Des says you want a cocoa. So let me know what you mean, Shirley, on that one. Okay, so going on to this one. So this is simply a stamp and also a die cut option on there, and it has a foliage leaf on there, and I do have that die cut somewhere. What did I do with it? Do you know what? I was so organized and now I am not. So let me just get that sheet. So there it is. So we've actually just die cut that, so you can see hopefully how lovely that die cuts. Let me get the white piece of paper. Let's put that there. So you can see it die cuts. I've just used another pad that's coming up in a second with graphic 44. So that one is CC0057. And then the next item that we have, it is some graphic 45 chipboard, everybody. So this one is fabulous. If you wonder what chipboard is, it's quite thick. Look at the thickness of that. So this is brand new. Well, not brand new, I should say. As you can see, I've not opened it. It comes with a film on, otherwise all these will pop out. But look at the normal price. Normal price of the chipboard would be, I've lost it, £8.06. So it's $3.99. So this is from Graphic 45. So you're going to get all these. You can see if I bend it up how it all just coming out. So this is why it's got the packaging. Otherwise this will all fall out. This is CC058. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this. You've got Where Your Dreams Take You. Where will your dreams take you? Live the life you imagine. That's lovely. So you've got Happily Ever After. So you've almost got like a lovely feel. The color palette that you've got on there is obviously the pinks and the golds, Once Upon a Time. So really beautiful designs that you're going to get on there, which is a not bad price at $3.95 for chipboard. So you can actually add them to your cards. You can actually use them for your scrapbooking. You can add them for the card making. Now, this will go beautifully with the next item, which is what I'm going to use in my next demonstration, which is this gorgeous pad. Now this I would say is quite limited, okay? Normally, and I'll tell you why, normally it is $16.13. It is $8.95, everybody. You are going to get, okay, it's quite decent card stock, okay? It's probably, how do I describe it? I don't understand why it doesn't have the GSM. Normally it does. So I'm going to say it is probably about, so it's a bit thinner than the last one. So it's about 180 GSM, but it's thicker than paper. And this one, everybody, is just lovely. It's CC0059. Carol says, how much? How much for which one? Was it for this other one? So Carol, if it was this one, which was the prior one, which is CC0058, this was $3.95. Hopefully that was what you meant. This one here, look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? It's double-sided, everybody. Look what you're going to get. Gorgeous colorways, vintage feel with almost like a peach color. You've got tags and toppers in there. All of them are double-sided. And it's just amazing. £8.95, graphic 45. Look at the normal price, normally $16.13. You know, these are brands that you recognize. These are brands from America, and they're all double-sided, and you'll be able to use them. You get a few sheets of each, so you can decide which side you actually want. I love the fact that the color palette's already done for you, so you don't have to worry too much about it. So this is CC0059, and I'm going to show you how to use this. We're going to do a quick card with this, and also what they've got at the back is some little templates. Now you need to keep this, put this somewhere safe, okay, and use them for different elements on here, so you can do your tags and your toppers on there. Right, okay, so somebody's asked if 51 is not available as digital, please disregard the previous order. Okay, Marsha, I'll have a look and see what you mean by that. We'll look into that, okay? So this here is CC0059. You are going to get a total of, as you can see on here, it's an 8x8 paper pad, and you're going to get 3 sheets of each, so you can see all the designs that you're going to get on there. really fun colorway. And where are we? It's acid free and lignin free, so it's great for scrapbooking, as card making, as well as your fabulous card making. And talking of card making, so we're going to quickly make a card with this. So I've already got everything prepped, so let me get my elements that are over here scattered about. There we go. So when it comes to card making, top tip everybody, always think about what theme you want to do the card. So obviously I'm going with this pad. You can use the elements that you have from the previous item, which was CC0058 if you want. I'm actually not at the moment because I'm showing you how versatile this pad is, because it has your toppers in as well as your backing papers. So what I've done already, as you can see, we have got, where are we? I've already cut out ready. So we have got different elements. Where are we? There we go. So just to show you, I have got I've torn a little bit of paper there. I've also got my ribbon strips, so I've got everything cut out. I've also got this bit here because I love this border. And then I have this backing paper already done. And it doesn't need to be to the edge because I'm actually going to cover this. Now you can decide whether you want that side. I actually want this side here as my base. And this, I'm going to do a tearing effect on here. So when you tear, all you need to do is use your thumbs as a guide and tear in. So tear in like so, and then out. By doing it this way, what you'll have is you'll have a symmetrical tear, but also you'll have the white showing. So if you then want to use distress inks, you can use distress inks if you want, but you will get a symmetrical tear by going in, out, shake it all about. Remember that song? So whenever you see me tear, I'm always saying that in my head, and that gives you that symmetrical tear and giving you even. So what I'm doing to start off with, I'm just doing all my layers. There's a ribbon strip that comes out the book. It says, live the life you imagine. That's lovely. So that's going to go there. Then I've also ripped, so one of the papers, so you have them here. Same principle, everybody. So tear towards you, in, out, in, out. So that will give you that symmetrical tear, and that's what I've done on here. And I just want to add some of that color palette into there. And then I have got my topper, which is this lovely little topper here. Now I want to stand it out. Yes, you can put that on top of there, but I wanted to stand it out. Now a couple of weeks ago, we had these packs on. I know I say a couple of weeks ago, it's probably about 3 weeks ago. And these were about £4.16. And these are the matte and layering by Creative Cardstock with 120 sheets. So what you do, if you have something like this, this is great for matte and layering. So pull out the colors. So I want to pull out, this has 120 sheets and assorted sheets with 180 GSM. It's a really good size for die cutting and also for matte and layering for your greeting cards, as well as your scrapbooking, or if you're doing memory books as well. So I'm picking up some color palettes. I'm going to go for the pinks and the creams. And this is what I do. I choose the sheets. And if you do get one of these, keep them, because they're already pre-cut, keep the plastic on so it keeps them all nice together. And if you want one of these, just put Creative Card Set. They're about, oh, Dave's brought it up. Look at him. He's like magic. So there you go, CC0019. I didn't even tell him. He's on the ball tonight, everybody. So if you want one of those, put that there. Okay. Right, okay. I have got messages coming through. Hopefully I'm on top of everything. Angie says, Debbie, is the phone number to ring Jill the same as before? Yes. And also, Angela, if you want to ring Personal Impressions, Jenny will be able to help as well. Not an issue. So this one, I can see everybody's ordering this, okay, from the last show, which is brilliant. So it's CC0019. And the beauty about it is, look, I then decided to go for these three for this color palette. And then all I'm doing is getting my topper and thinking, right, am I going to go for the pink? And then do this. And then I can see that this doesn't actually make it stand out. So I'm going to put that one back. And then all I'm doing is deciding whether I want to bring in the dark pink, like so. Just a little bit of a border to give a contrast, or the light pink. This is how easy it is to do when it comes to matte and layering. So I'm just going to go for the softer tone of pink. And then all I'm doing is getting a pen and just making a little mark next to it. There isn't a right or wrong way when it comes to matte and layering, everybody. All it is decide on your topper. Okay, and matte and layering means one layer on top of another, leaving a couple of mil round to enhance that design. So as you can see, that is going to enhance that. You can use foam pads, or you can use Aileen's Tacky Glue. So I'm going to use Aileen's Tacky Glue, and we're just going to put this all together. Now remember, oops, take the top off. Now remember, I am using the Graphic 45 and it's fabulous, okay? You're getting all those sheets, there's the pad there, okay, for a special price of $8.95. Put that to one side. What size is the Creative Card Pack, please? Okay, so the size of these are 10.5s by 15 centimeters. Hopefully that makes sense. Alan says, also, where are the fun graphics today? Like the gnomes. Maybe we need an Easter or something in the screen. In future we will. We'll get sorted out, so don't worry, okay? Where are we? What size? Why wait so long for you to answer? I'm not too sure what you mean by that, Carol. It's as I read the comments that actually the answer comes up. So I'm trying to multitask. So today we don't have a special guest. So today it's just me, just going through the products, demonstrating and reading all the comments. So please bear with me. I'll get through as many of the messages. And if I haven't answered a question, okay, you can private message and one of the girls will pick it up. But we're now starting to go through the feed just in case we miss any queries, but it won't happen until we're back after the bank holiday. So as you can see, I'm layering everything up. We're going to do some embossing in a second because some people have been asking of how to do the embossing. So you can see because of that paper pack, everything is coming back together, I should say coming together really great. Okay, all I'm doing is layering it up. So these items are all from that paper pack that's on the screen there, which is CC0059. So I'm going to rotate it so you can see how easy it is. And then I'm going to do this. This is going to mat and layer. And then I want to do a sentiment. So under all this, I have, what did I do with that die? Remember I showed you earlier that I die cut one of from the Spellbinders embellishment. We'll come to that in a second. It was all sorted out. There we go. It's just fallen on the floor. And then I'm going to show you how to emboss using those lovely Versacolors. So you can see how it's coming together. I am going to use some foam pads on there, but I'll leave that till last. I have a little stamp that is literally looks like a stamp, and that's come out of the layering. And then I want to show you how to actually emboss. So we're going to go over to the other table, and then we're also going to use some of that fabulous lace that I know quite a lot of you have gone with, just to give more of a vintage feel to the card that's going to sit behind there like so. And you can see it's more of a 3D effect, and this is mainly from this pad, which is CC0059. That I can see where we are with everything. Pauline says, did you have jet lag when you got back? Well, yesterday I was exhausted. Today so far I've had coffee, so I'm doing fine. Jules said, you make your cards look great. Well, you know what, Jules? It is this. Everything that I've used has been from this pad. So it's CC0059, so you can create the same effect with that. So we're going to pop over and we're going to use this kit here, which is the stamps, which I showed you earlier, which is the stamps. It is CC0056. I know quite a lot of you have ordered this set, okay? So this is $6.95 for 22 stamps. And we're going to use this set here. But of course, I'm going to use the pink for now. But if you're going for the actual inks and embossing powder, that item for today, it is CC0055. So we're going to go over to the other side, and hopefully Dave's graphics will be fine. So this is what we're using, and I'm going to pop over to the other side, and if anybody has asked me any questions, wait a few minutes while I get sorted, if that makes sense. Right, okay, typical, I drop it on the floor. Okay everybody, so as you can see now we're over on this screen. Let me move over. So I am using my set that I showed you earlier. We're going to have a wonderful day. So if you've never used acrylic stamps before, what you need to remember is it comes on a sheet like this. Okay, so that's how they come. Now you need to make sure when you're not using them that you pop them back in just to keep them nice and protected. So that's the one I'm going to use. Now a couple of weeks ago we also had these blocks on, which is the acrylic blocks. I want to use a smallish block. I like these because they have the line on, so at least I know it is straight. Okay, let me go for the bigger one. I think you get 3 sets on those, so I'm going to go with. Now you can line them up because you get the line of where you want to put it like so. And then what I'm going to use is I'm using some card. Now, I did mention it earlier, you can check out the website. We have, this is Artisan Smooth White Card, and this is the one that I printed on, okay? If you want, it comes in different thicknesses, and you can actually use this one. I think the earlier thickness was 250, and we got 300. They're all different ones, but check out the website on personalimpressions.com, or if you want one of those packs, just put them in the comments and we'll look it up for you. So what I've done here to start off with is I have got my clear, crystal clear, and I've gone with the, actually I'm going with the pink. And all I'm doing is putting this on here. Now my top tip, a lot of people say they have issues with stamping, is get another little stamp. So let's do this one here and have a balance. So this is just going to go at the bottom here. The reason why I do this, if I don't put that on there, this is where a lot of people have issues where it rocks. Can you see that? But if you actually put one at the bottom, it rocks if you press there, but when you press on here, it doesn't. Now, if you feel that you're very new to stamping, you can always put another, we call it almost like a balancing stamp, because what I tend to do is just ink the one that I want. So it's this one. So I'm using that set of inks that comes with the embossing powder. So you're going to get 4 different colors. So you're going to get the pink, the cinnamon, the peony purple, and the emerald green. So all I'm doing is just literally, don't press too hard because they're very, the only way I can describe it is very inky. There's probably a right term for it, but you know what I'm like. And then what I'm doing is I'm then going to just use my card and press this area and lift up. So you have a nice sharp finish. And then what I'm doing is I'm putting the clear crystal embossing powder on, and then slowly tip that off like so. And then let me just move that out of the way. Now with this is a crystal embossing powder, which means whatever colored ink you have, you can then have that as a finish for your embossing. So let's move that to one side. Now I'm using a heat tool. We had this on in a couple of weeks time. So let me, or actually, I think it might have been on the 31st actually, I'm not too sure. So when it comes to embossing, hold your heat tool very still. Start at one side and slowly move across. As soon as it starts to emboss, it changes colour. Hopefully you can all see that. And then move it across. You need to let it cool down for a bit. So you can see that says have a wonderful day. Now that's still hot under here. I've done it, here's one I did earlier. So what I've done on here, as you can see, I've actually cut it out and then I've just rubbed a hint of brown distress ink on it because it's going to go on that card. So we're going to nip back over to the other side. If anybody has any questions, let me know with regard to the stamps. So there we've used this set of stamps that has 22 stamps on, and we've used this embossing ink and powder set. So let's go over to the other side. It's the beauty of cameras. Right, everybody. So just to finish this demo, so we have used Graphic 45 with this paper pad. I've already layered everything up and I'm just going to cut some ribbon. Now, when it comes to ribbon, people always ask me how you how you stick. Yeah, maybe the jet lag's starting to kick in because I can't speak. So when you actually stick your ribbon to your card, you need to use a wet glue. It's very important. And all I'm doing is I'm just using some of Aileen's glue, just because it goes on very easily. You can just put it in certain areas, okay, like so. And then you can always add more. Less is better, and then you can keep adding. So that's going on there, and I will trim the sides after it's actually stuck to the card. Then I have, what I did was my matte and layering. So this part of it is going to be stuck straight onto the card. Remember, I used the craft card, not the craft card, the pink card, I should say, from that lovely creative card kit. So that's going on there. Now to stick that on there, I'm actually going to use foam pads. But because you have that in the center, my top tip is to actually not put any foam pads in this part. So I've got some other foam pads here. So it's just going to go into the sections like that. There we go. And then using a pricking tool, and we do have those in stock, everybody, is just take the top off And you can see how this is coming together. So this is going to sit on here. So then that way, it's not too 3D because of that lovely vintage thread, or I should say lace. And then I've die cut. Do you remember earlier I mentioned about die cutting with the Spellbinders kit? I've die cut that, and I'm going to put my sentiment just on there that says have a wonderful day. I'm going to have that flat actually. And there we go. So if I've missed any questions, please let me know. Okay, so just to recap with everything I've used, so this is going to go in here, and then we have one more item to show. And I don't know where the time has gone tonight, everybody. There we go. So there is a very quick card. I will cut these sides off when it's completely dry so you can see. Using Graphic 45, I've used a stamp set there. So this is, so just to recap with the items. Glad you like the demo, Sharon. Remember, this is using, let me just recap of the items that I've used. So this one here, everybody, is CC0049. Okay, now if anybody, I do know a lot of you went for CC058, which was that one. So that was the actual chipboards that we had earlier, because I know quite a few went with that. Now remember, keep it in the packaging, otherwise these will all pop out, or put them into a bag when you actually open it, because like for example there you can see the chipboard just coming through. Thank you for all the actual sample messages, I should say. I will read them when I have a second. I'm glad you like the card. It's all about layering, everybody. So with this one here, which is CC0059, you get the two tones from toppers to ribbon strips to right down to the backing papers that you can use with different things. Winifred said, didn't know you were on tonight. Well, you can watch on catch up, Winifred. You can still watch it and go through it all. Okay, so then the other items that I used was the stamps. Now the stamps is a must-have because it has all those different themes, okay, everybody? And you're going to get 22 stamps, as you can see, for £6.95. It really is a fabulous collection to have. And lastly that I used, okay, or actually it's not lastly, I've got one more item. I used the set of inks. So this is a versatile set, so you can use them on their own, so you can use them without embossing, or this is great to have because then whatever colour ink you can create an embossing effect. So as you can see, this one is CC0055. Carol says, well, do it longer for us than only a short time. Carol, I have been on since 6:30. But we're going to be doing more shows in the future. Mackenzie says, lovely card. Must say I have enjoyed watching your show this evening. When it is your next show? My next show actually is next Thursday, Mackenzie. Okay, we will be putting together a schedule next week of other shows that I'll be doing. And yes, Shirley, you can have 5/9, okay? And Lynn, you can have 56. So yes, you can continue to order and watch them. Annette, I'm not too sure what you've meant to write, okay? So that one is a must, which is CC0055, which comes with the crystal and the 4 colours, which you'll be able to use throughout the year. And even this one you can use at Christmas as well. So let's move that to one side. Oh, I've just remembered there's 2 more items that I haven't showed you. But before I do that, let's talk about these 15 yards of mixed ribbon. Isn't that cool? So that is the 2 ribbons you're going to get, everybody. And that's what else I've used on the card. I think that's nearly dry. All you need to do is turn it over. Hopefully if it is dry, is trim from the back. Yes. So turn it over and trim the sides off like so. And then it goes flush to the card. And it just gives dimension to the card. So this one here, everybody, it is CC0050, £4.50 for 15 yards. Really a fabulous one. So this one is the twine that I said you can actually cut. Yes, you can make it into bows. You can actually cut it down to different size. And this is that amazing lace effect that you can add your distress inks to it. Philip says, I received a notification of Mondays on show and Tuesday morning. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. But don't forget, Philip, you can watch on catch up. And then the other 2 items that we have on the show that I haven't gone to, everybody. So the other items that we have is a Spellbinder. I mean, it is just great. If you love your actual labels, okay, this here, if I move these out of the way, it is a set of, as you can see, 5 fabulous shape template. So this one here is our nestabilities, and you can use your die cutting system to die cut. So you got normal price for this, as you see, look at the price saving, normally $22.39, and you have it for $9.95. You know Spellbinders are good quality dies. You've got the layering effect on there, and you can do the actual matte and layering because you have the different sizes. On the next show, I'll show you how to create different size frames for your scrapbooking and your memory books using this, but it really is a good item. Okay, this is CC0060 and it's great to have. I can see quite a lot of you have ordered the ribbon, no problem. Michelle says we need a clock that goes anti-clockwise. Michelle, that is so funny. That is really funny. And then the next one that I have, okay, is the 3-in-1 punch. Now this is a must because these are the corner punch, okay everybody. So this one here, I'm just going to show you how to use it. I have, let me just open it because I can, where is it? There we go. So it's one of those silly ones that you open from the side. So just talk amongst yourself while I try to open this. Right, so this is, you can see down the sides that it does different corner punches. So if, like me, you like the corners, okay, what you just need to do, everybody, is, this is a Fiskars one, is practice on a piece of paper. And what I mean by that, it has all the instructions on the back, and yes, I'm making a mess opening it, but it's well packaged. Okay, so watch. So when you get it out, okay, it looks like this, and you move it to get the different sizes. So you can do whichever one you want by rotating this. So you've got this here, so this rotates to the size that you want it. So this rotates round like so. Let's move this out the way. And if I use, let's use this one here. So if I go this way, I actually want that one. So let's rotate it to another one. There we go, let's do that one. So all I'm going to do, I mean, yes, I can see that you're all going for it without me showing you, but you know it's going to be good, especially anybody into scrapbooking or card making. Just line it up to there and press. Look how easy, oh, typical, I shouldn't have used pink on pink. There you go. So you can see how easy that was. All I'm doing is putting it into there and punch. So it's actually doing it. So all the frames that you have, or even this one earlier, so this is what I embossed earlier. So this is CC061, $8.95 everybody, brilliant price, and this is limited, first come first serve. So this is actually 120 GSM, this card is about 200, it still cuts it. So let's turn it round and do a different one. So all you need to do is use this upside down and you can see where you want it. So if you want more of a pointy one or a round one, that's all you need to do. So it creates those finishes, so you're going to get those 3 ones, so that's a different one on there. And all I'm doing is going around it, okay? Right, okay. Sharon says, I like my corner punch. It gives that little something else. That is correct. And I can see everybody's agreeing with you because it's going crazy. Lorraine says, is there a catch-up for Orlando shows? I wasn't able to watch them. Yes, you can, Lorraine. I will be putting links on. They will be going on YouTube. But if you have a look on the Craft and Chat page, you'll be able to look down and do it. I think everybody's going for these punches. I'm not surprised. Now remember, Fiskars is over 300 years old, okay, and they do quality and they're very good for cutting. So this is one that you'll use again and again, and for $8.95 to get those different finishes is a must, everybody. Simply put it on CC0061. Trisha, I know you're late, but don't worry, you can do one catch up, okay? And we're just coming to the end of the show, but at least you made it for the end, and I'm sure you can catch up. I can see a lot of you going for the punch, and as I said, it's limited, and I'm not too sure how many we sold already, so please put it into your comments, and we'll allocate you one of these fabulous punches to create those 3 different finishes that you're going to get. So I know this is now a mess, but look at the finishes there. So you get 3 different finishes when it comes to this lovely punch. Right, I think we're now coming to the end. That's all the items on the show. Now remember, the show is on catch up, so you can watch it again. I do know there's a couple of you just joined us. I don't know where the time goes myself as either. So we're going to just finish off and going through a couple of things before I say goodbye. And don't forget to get a pen and paper, because you know what happens. And then this is only happening on the Craft and Chat Thursday show where we do a special gift for everybody to enjoy. So just to recap, if you're new to ordering with Craft and Chat Facebook live shows, all you need to do is simply put the code that you see in your comment box. Once you've actually done that, what will happen is we'll assess whereabouts in the world you are. Now to do that, if you're brand new to this channel and you've not ordered from us before, you do need to private message your email address and your post address. And from there, what will happen is we will actually send you your invoice out. So this show is open until Monday at midnight because a lot of people haven't been able to watch it live. Once that happens, once we close the show down, which will close at Monday at midnight, we'll process it on Tuesday next week and we'll start invoicing you from Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday. But we do need your email address and your post address to work out your shipping. Now, if anybody wants to add to your order, just put all the information in the comments section, and when we process the show, we'll add it to your order. However, we're here for you, everybody. So remember, this is just a brand new process by the amalgamation into Personal Impressions. So if you want to add or change something in your order, all you need to do is email back. If you find your invoice and you want to add something else, contact Jenny or Jessica and we'll get you sorted straight away. With regard to payment terms, as I said to you earlier, you can pay by credit card or debit card, or you can pay by backs. The other way is to actually contact the office and we'll do it over the phone. The one thing at the moment we don't do is PayPal. We are looking into it, so please bear with us while we'll assess all our methods for the future. As I said, we're just new to this process, and you know what I'm like. We want to give you good customer care, but I just need you to be patient a little bit longer. With regard to the website, we are putting more items on there. We will be assessing it, and we will be doing finished samples. I know a lot of you are saying that you're having issues accessing personalimpressions.com, but bear with us while we get that sorted out in the coming weeks and months. Now remember, if you have any questions or queries, contact Personal Impressions. The website is personalimpressions.com, or you can actually private message after the show either on Personal Impressions, Craft and Chat TV, or even Debbi More Designs. The whole team are there to help you to make your buying much easier. And if you have any questions or queries, we're there to help. So I think that's all that side done. The one thing I will say, because I've got loads of messages saying that you haven't actually been notified, after this show, look at the top right and you'll see a little button that says follow and like. Click on that and you'll get notified. All the Craft and Chat shows will be on this platform, which is Craft and Chat TV. And we will be actually hooking up to YouTube, hopefully by next week. So thank you for your patience for those people who wanted YouTube, and while we get all that sorted out. I can see that you have so much questions with regard to things. How much time do we have to pay, please? Well, on this sale, Mary, I can't guarantee if you don't pay in the next week or two, that your item will be there. So the sooner you pay, the better, okay? However, if you have any queries or questions or anything, please private messages and we'll get you sorted out. I think I've actually put all the messages on people have had. Happy Easter, everybody. Don't go away. We're now going to do the secret code. So this started something that we did this 2 years ago. And the idea behind it is to keep you busy. It was what happened during lockdown. We wanted something to give back, and we came up with an idea that was inspired by my grandfather, and it was a treasure hunt. Now, this is for you to say, this is from you. I can't even speak. This is for you from me. I think jet lag is now settling in, everybody. It's been a very long day. To say thank you for attending our Craft and Chat shows. It's a little something for you to enjoy, but you do need to make a note of that code, which is FB for Facebook, APR for April, and sale for tonight's show. And all you need to do, okay, there'll be a post put on Facebook tomorrow to say that you can get your little gift. And it's a little gift from me to you to enjoy. And there is a little catch. You have to make something with it. Make something for a key worker, for a relative you haven't seen in ages, or raise money for charity. And just simply put that code on and it's completely free for you. And I think that is everything that I've done, okay? Annette, I can see there's a message about an order waiting to be paid. I'll get the girls on that. I'm afraid there's some messages I haven't got to, but I'll get them all sorted out. So I think I'm going to sign off tonight. Oh, and I'm going to pick the like and share that Dave has Dave is just going to, oh, basically Dave's giving me sign language. The like and share we're going to actually pick now. Is that what you're saying? See, he's sign languaging over there, everybody. Let's pick somebody for the like and share. So the person that I'm going to pick is Pearl Mayhew. Well done, Pearl. Please private message me your postal address and we'll get a little gift sent out to you. And I'm going to pick one more person to give a card to. Let's give another card. And the person that I'm going to send a little card to is Diana Seobold. Hopefully, Diana, I've said your name right. Congratulations, you have won a little gift. But don't forget, all of you have won the gift by that secret code. Remember, okay, all you need to do is, as you can see, go to debbimoredesigns.com and go into the members section, because you're now all part of our Craft and Chat members, which means it gives you access to a free card making kit for life. So I'm going to say goodbye, happy Easter, God bless, happy crafting, much love. I'll see you back here next Thursday. I don't know what date it is. Dave's going to tell me what date it is. 21st, there we go, for another show, and I won't have jet lag. I'll be able to speak properly and we'll have more crafting fun. So ta-da for now. Have a fabulous Easter weekend. God bless you all, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.